Hello everyone, how are you all doing? With just a few days for Diwali, I thought of making a video with Diwali festive board on mind. Some real quick, easy yet healthy recipes that I'm going to share it with you all in today's video. A protein series that I shared on my Instagram and as YouTube shorts turned out to be very popular and loved by everyone. So I thought of making a protein salad today that can be served on your Diwali platter, and you can keep it as a healthy option. So I'm using a lot of grains in today's Diwali platter. I have black-eyed beans that I had soaked in water overnight, and I'm setting it to boil for one whistle, adding in salt and sufficient water. I try my best to make recipes using fruits and vegetables of the season, and I have picked up this squash pumpkin from the superstore, and I'm going to try making a recipe out of it today. This has such a lovely shape, color, texture that it'll be fantastic if we can use it as a serving bowl. So I'm trying my best to keep the crown intact. I cut it open and scoop out the inside, the seed section from the middle of the pumpkin. Whatever I can, just bits and chunks, and get rid of the seeds. I give a brush of oil from outside and inside as well, coating it up with oil to be air fried for 15 minutes time at 190 degrees temperature. Air fried pumpkin tastes amazing that you can just eat it on its own as well. The grains are cooked, so I have taken it out and continued using the pressure cooker to set black chana into the pressure cooker, adding in some salt and water for just one whistle. Parallelly, I have also got pasta shells to be cooked. I have picked up these pasta shells, conchigini in particular. It's a nice shape, it looks beautiful on the Diwali platter, and anything that you make on it, the stuffing will nicely get infused with it being a shell shape. I've set it to boil with hot water and salt, and as it's one whistle done for the black chana, now into the same pressure cooker, I add in handful of sweet corn, handful of edamame beans, and handful of green peas, setting it to be pressure cooked for another whistle. All of them are very high in protein, and it will be fantastic as a salad in a bowl to be served for the Diwali party. Pasta shells are now cooked, so I drain the water. Pumpkin is air fried, and you can check it with just a touch to see if it's soft or not. And if it needs to be done more, then yes, adjust the temperature and the timings in your air fryer. So this was the basic prep that I have made now. Moving on to making the recipes. Let's make the protein salad now with everything that was pressure cooked. In it goes into the bowl with mangoes, tomatoes, cucumber, dried parsley, salt to taste, half a teaspoon of butter, fresh lime, chaat masala. That's it. We combine it well together. A very easy, simple recipe filled with high protein, and I'm sure these days many people who attend a gathering would love to eat such healthy salads even on a Diwali party day. I scoop in the butternut squash very carefully, ensuring it still remains and retains the shape. So we just roughly chop in and make it a little mushy. Let's make a salad kind of butternut squash that you can enjoy on its own or with crisps. With a teaspoon of oil, a teaspoon of desi ghee, one onion, finely chopped, sauteing it first, and then we add in a teaspoon of garlic ginger paste once it turns aromatic, and then we add in tomatoes. We wait for it to be softened and then add in the pumpkin squash, cooked black-eyed beans, adjusting the water consistency and adding in salt, Kashmiri red chili powder, a teaspoon of amchur powder. We let the whole thing come to a good boil. Pasta is now cooked. Let's make a tadka to the pasta shells with a tablespoon of butter, a teaspoon of dry parsley, half a teaspoon of onion granules and half a teaspoon of garlic granules. Adding in salt to taste, half a teaspoon of red chili flakes. Combining it well onto the pasta shells and coating them. A nice flavorful buttery pasta shells. Such a simple and easy recipe that can be done literally in 5 minutes time. I clean up the entire kitchen countertop and give a good wash to the chopping board, as I'm going to use it for serving as well. And so we want it to be nice and dry. I'm using these Rice Krispies that we use as cereals in the morning. They are just perfect to make Diwali savouries, and you can make a chaat as well using the same. With around 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil, a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once they start spluttering, add in half a cup of peanuts. We want them to be turning crunchy. Add in quarter cup of almonds. These two take longer time to cook, so we add them first and then later we add things in batches. In goes the cashew nuts now, pumpkin seeds, raisins. We turn off the flame and then add in dariya dal, hing, salt, red chili powder, and then we get the tadka onto the Rice Krispies, giving it a good mix. So I've gathered in all kinds, different varieties of dry nuts that I have at home. You can use anything that you wish to make this recipe. Almonds, cashews, raisins, peanuts, but you can add in your favorite nuts to this recipe. And then we add in the secret ingredient to make it tasty and yummy, which is dariya dal powder, sappan pudi. We combine it well and we allow it to cool down completely before closing the lid. This is one of the ideas that you can take, which will look really good and your guests will be happy to hold a cone. So we cut the paper in half, as just half a cone will be sufficient for serving. We hold it from the center point, give it a twist from one side to another side of the paper to create a cone, and from the bottom we fold it up so it will hold whatever is placed inside the cone. This way we can keep things ready for serving. I have a box of biscuits that can be used for good. It's nice and decorated box. You can use any kind of grains or dal that you have at home and pour in the dal or the grains inside the box. These grains will actually serve as holding base for the cones. Looks nice, right? Try and gather any decorative pieces that you have at home, like decorated diyas, flowers, a nice big chopping board or a serving tray. A wooden one would look even more better. So you start off from one side of the tray. I'm trying my best to keep it covered up with flowers and then continue from that side. Cones, the biscuit box, as it's nice and big, so we keep it at the back. In a bowl with chilies, onions, spring onions and coriander that we combine and keep it ready next to the cones so that guests can enjoy it with the mamras. If we add it beforehand, it will turn soft and soggy. So let's keep it ready this way. And on the other side, we add in the pasta shells in a wide open glass plate. And we use these shooter glasses, serving in high protein salad in these glasses. I'm using the butternut squash shell for serving. I'm filling it up completely with the pumpkin squash and the grains that I have made. This is perfect to be enjoyed with crisps or just on its own. Can you see this end, the corner over here? This will be perfect to use it for decorative diyas or candles or flowers. Onto a wide open glass plate, cheesy wat sticks. We sprinkle in some onions, greens of spring onions, meeta chutney and coriander leaves. We also add in the meeta chutney cup in the center so that if any of your friends need more of it, they can feel free to add in. We add in more diyas here and there to finish off. This looks so good and appealing and very impressive as well. Your guests will be amazed, and it is such a simple Diwali platter yet looking very beautiful. High protein packed recipes that your guests will enjoy the dishes without feeling guilty. So it's a combination of little things making it a wholesome Diwali platter. I really hope you found these recipes quick, easy and interesting to make for Diwali this year, and enjoy it with your family and friends. Have an amazing Diwali filled with fun, laughter and joy. Happy Diwali everyone.